Yes, we are back with our favorite Australian comedian, Mr. Jim Jeffries. This is Freedumb. Now, just off the title of these videos and the titles of these specials and these songs and everything that I react to, it means a lot. It definitely stands out. Like out of all the recommendations and requests I get, a lot of times, of course, whatever's highest in demand is what's going. But sometimes just the title be like, oh, this is what? So when y'all kept saying, yo, you gotta react to Jim Jeffries' Freedumb, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta I gotta watch. I gotta see what that's about. And as somebody who's into wordplay and watches battle rap and all, that's fire. Freedumb, that's fire. So I cannot wait to hear what Jim Jeffries has to say about freedom. I kind of got a good idea of where he's gonna go with this, but I can't wait to hear how he puts it together. So let's go.
What are you talking about? You constantly say freedom all the time. Like we're so free, we fight for freedom, freedom, freedom. Come to the Freedom Lounge at the airport. Like, fucking what? You know when you're singing the national anthem at the baseball and the person holds the note free for a little bit longer than they should until all you Americans fucking come in your pants? For the land of the free.
I ain't gonna lie. Some people can pull it off. I hate when people perform the national anthem on extra and that exact note. When they hold that note, especially free, I hate when they hold on that note. It's like, bro, please finish the song. Please. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. I don't know why I found that so funny. That is hilarious.
For the land of the free.
Why he sound good though?
We're so free.
Yeah. That's funny.
Freedom this, freedom that, free, free, free. Now, I hate to break it to you because I don't think many of you know this. There are 92 free countries on the planet. Democratic free countries. You are one of them. Every single English-speaking country on earth is free, and most of the countries are also free.
Now, and are we as free as we think?
Don't get upset. And I love America, I truly do. I live here and I love it. I have nothing against it. And none of the things I'm about to mention affect me in any way, right? You may not be the freest place on earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a quick example, out of the 92 free countries on the planet, you have the highest rate of incarceration. 1% of your adult population is in prison. That's double that of the country that comes in second, which is South Africa. And if you've ever been to South Africa's fucked. So you're double that of South Africa. So statistically, in the land of the free, you have the least amount of free people.
Gotcha. I see where this is going.
Now, this is a super simple one. Super simple argument. In Holland, you can smoke weed whilst fucking a hooker in front of a cop. How dare Holland not be called the land of the free?
Definitely can't do that.
Do you honestly think you're competing with Holland? In Canada, just last year, they legalized assisted suicide for the sick, which I believe is the biggest freedom of them all. It's your life. No government, no religious group should ever tell you when you get to check out. If you're a pro-life person, good. Do it with your life, not mine. Okay? Now, and also, I don't think they've thought about it. I don't think there's even the most evangelical Christian who's a burn victim, just like hanging on to life support in a hospital, just, I feel so free. And I'm so glad they're doing it in Canada, because if I ever had...
Wait, did you hear the crowd? The crowd was like, oh, that was funny. What was... What? Wait, did y'all hear the crowd? I could have sworn I heard somebody say, oh. That was funny. Wait, no. Listen to the crowd.
I feel so free. And I'm so glad they're doing it in Canada, because if I ever had an assisted suicide, I wanted to be a Canadian doctor. I want some guy rocking up to my house like, okay, already then. So I hear that someone's given up on life, eh? All right, let me just set up my little death machine here, and I'm gonna put this in your vein, and you're gonna be so sleepy so soon, I tell you what there.
That's terrible.
In Australia, maybe 20 years ago, maybe 20, they legalized prostitution. They thought it would be the downfall of our society, but it really wasn't. It was a great thing. Like in Sydney, where I grew up, the streets always had hookers walking around everywhere. There was needles, and it was a very seedy city in some parts, you know. And then what they did was they legalized prostitution. They moved all the hookers into brothels. And because they moved into brothels, all the girls had to be tested for STDs. And then the guys, they could see the tests as they go in. So it was safer for the men, but it was also safer for the women. Because what they did was they put security in these brothels. So if you showed up like a drunk idiot, they wouldn't let you in. Or if you got a bit aggro, they'd kick you the fuck out. So the girls were safer, the men were safer. Human trafficking was all but eliminated. And tax revenue went up. And the divorce rate dropped by 8%. There is no downside to legalized prostitution. Now, in America, prostitution is illegal unless you film it. How is that possible? How the fuck is that possible? How do you have the biggest porn industry in the world and you still have illegal prostitution? Because it is legal to pay a woman for sex, but your friend Dave has to be in the corner with a camera. And Dave has to film it. And Dave has to promise to put it on the internet, because if Dave doesn't put it on the internet, then a crime has been committed. And that girl can be 18 years old. And then she can be surrounded by 10 men that she barely knows. And they can all jack off onto her face until she's glazed with cum. And no crime has been committed. But in America, and only in America, she's too young to have a beer. If anyone deserves a beer in the land of free, the home of the brave, it's the girl with 10 loads of cum on her face. In fact, if you have 10 loads of cum on your face, you should get free drinks wherever you go.
Yeah.
You seem like a fun girl. Or a heavy sleeper.
Yo, hey, okay. I could tell he's one of those comedians, and I kind of noticed it. Honestly, not really in the second in the airplane, but more in the gun control. He's definitely one that pushes the narrative. He definitely, he's not Carlin, like, in the sense that I can tell he wants to make you laugh. Like I said, Carlin almost doesn't want to make you laugh. Jeffries definitely wants to make you laugh, but definitely there's a point that's being driven. I like that. And he's absolutely right. Um, Look, it's it's so much stuff that's just completely backwards, or just, I shouldn't even say backwards, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, a lot of the liberties and the freedoms that our soldiers are fighting for and dying for, some of them we don't even have. But they'll shove that in your face. Somebody's dying for you to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Well, I can't do X, Y, and Z. So you saying what? They dying for nothing? And then when you talk to a lot of these soldiers when they come back home, and they say, yeah, we're dying for an idea that's supposed to be in place, but is not really in place. So he has an amazing point. I'd stand by him 100% in most of what he said. But still, if not one of the greatest countries on the planet. It is. It's not to be disputed. But yeah, I like Jim Jeffries, man. I really do. I love comedians who just have a different way of thinking. Guys that just don't follow social norms or the standard idea of a certain topic. They like, no, that doesn't make sense. I like people who think for themselves. Again, and I'll say that every time I react to Jim Jeffries. I appreciate that about him. I really, really do. Give me more. I want more Jim Jeffries. Give me more. And any other comedian that you guys would like for me to check out. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time with Jim Jeffries. Peace.